Hey everyone, I'm really sorry that I've been way behind on reading all of these. Excuse me a moment. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm sorry I've been way behind on these. I've had a lot of stuff going on, in my personal life. I don't really want to get into it just because I don't want to. I've been closing these past few days, and it's just a lot that's going on. Also, my as you probably don't know, I am writing a screenplay right now, and it's actually the progress is going really well. Um, I'm still not halfway through it. I'm hoping to get halfway through it by the end of this month. Hoping, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm just gonna marathon these videos. I'm still gonna do one chapter per video, just so it could be a little consistent. But I'm just gonna marathon these. Anyway, here we go. Chapter 16. The latte machine sprayed loudly as Johnny and Mark entered the coffee shop. A woman in a black tube top ordered while her boyfriend stood silently at her side. I'll have a large peanut butter cup with extra whipped cream, please, she ordered. All right, the barista responded, turning to her companion. And I'll take... He took a moment to study the menu. Some cheesecake and a coffee. All right, well, why don't you guys take a seat? We'll have that right out for you. Thank you, the tube-top girl said, and the couple went to take their seat, eagerly awaiting their desserts. And then another couple advanced in line. Hi, how are you doing? The barista greeted. What would you like? Can I get a bagel and an Americana? The man ordered. All right, sure. And she turned towards his... And he turned towards his girlfriend. Sorry, it was typed that way. I'm going to get a slice of cheesecake and a bottle of water, she said. Cheesecake was a very popular option. Yeah, that sounds good. Why don't you guys have a seat and we'll have that right out for you. The couple went to take their seat, eagerly awaiting their desserts. Finally, Johnny and Mark arrived at the front of the line. Oh, hi, Susan. Johnny smiled warmly at the cashier. Well, hi, Johnny. How are you? Good to see ya. What would you like? She said. Hot chocolate, please, Johnny moaned. What size is that? Medium, please. Susan turned towards Mark. And how about you? I'll have a mint tea, he said. Okay, medium also? Yeah. Go sit down. We'll be right there. Susan invited and got to making Johnny's medium hot chocolate and Mark's mint tea, also medium. The needlessly lengthy ordering process complete, Mark and Johnny took a seat. I'm so tired of girls' games, Mark started. Johnny, although he was so tired of Mark cryptically complaining about women, nonetheless indulged his friend. What happened now, Mark? Relationships never work, man. I don't know why I waste my time. Mark looked out the window. Sorry. What makes you say that? Johnny prodded. Mark looked down at the table, then back up at his friend. It's not that easy, Johnny. Well, you should be happy, Mark, Johnny said, genuine empathy behind the words. He wanted nothing but happiness for his best friend, no matter where he could find it. Mark sighed. Yeah, I know. Life is too short. Susan arrived with Johnny's medium hot chocolate and Mark's medium mint tea. Well, thank you, Susan, Johnny smiled. Oh, you're welcome. How about something like cheesecake? Susan had received an extra-large shipment of cheesecake batter the night before, and it was going to spoil rotten unless she unloaded the thing within the next few hours. Nah, no, Johnny murmured a negative. It's real good. No. Susan could take a hint. All right, and she left the men to their discussion. How was work today? Mark asked. Oh, pretty good. We got a new client at the bank. We make a lot of money. Mark snarled his brow in utter confusion. What client? I cannot tell you. It's confidential. Oh, come on. Why not? Mark rolled his eyes. No, I can't. Anyway, how was your sex life? Behind them, a Segway crashed and burned on the street. Mark ignored it. Shrugged and answered Johnny's question. I can't talk about it. Why not? Johnny asked. Something was up. Susan came by with her bill, which no one had requested. Take your time, she said, and went back behind the bar. Time? That reminded Johnny of something. Oh, God, I have to run, he said, standing. Already? It had only been 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry. Mark nodded. All right, it's on me. Yeah, see you, Mark, Johnny said, raising his high hand for a bro five. So you want to go jogging? Golden Gate Park? Mark asked as their hands collided over and over again, shifting from palm to fist to a best friend salute. Yeah, sure. What time? Johnny said. Golden Gate Park, 6:30. You're on, Johnny said, then grabbed his coffee and made for the door. Inconsistency. Anyway. All right, see ya, Mark called out. Okie dokie, bye, Johnny said, and with that he was gone. Mark took a long, hot sip of his mint tea and wondered what he could possibly do next. Hours later, Mark was walking up the spiral staircase of Johnny's bedroom, Lisa leading the way. He couldn't help but notice how great she looked in that black dress. She pulled him close to her. Mark pulled back. What's going on here? He said, confused. I like you very much, Mark, she said, rubbing his shoulders. Mark could feel the blood rush from his head and throb down into his crotch. But he wouldn't let it get to him. Not this time. Johnny was his best friend. Hey, come on, Johnny's my best friend, he said. Just one more time, she said, reaching under his sweated and rubbing his nipples. Here's how it's literally constructed, this sentence. She his shirt up and off his head. And Mark didn't stop her. They kissed, and she pushed him onto the bed. Mark pushed aside the shoulder of her dress and climbed on top of her. Then they made out like that for a while. Oh, yeah, Mark moaned softly. A half hour later, Lisa took off her bra, revealing her right breast. They made out some more. Finally, after an hour rubbing each other's backs, Mark penetrated her, and they made love in the missionary position. San Francisco has a long bridge called the Golden Gate Bridge. Nicely done with nicely done with that. If none of you have watched The Room, there's a shot where there's basically this shot where like the camera goes from one end of the bridge to the other. Why is it there? I have no idea. Normally that would be an establishing shot, but why? Anyway. Johnny pulled his white sedan over, parking it on the road next to the Golden Gate Park. He exited the car to find Mark, his best friend, waiting for him under a tree. Hey, Johnny called out. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Pretty good, he said, and they locked hands in friendship. It was going pretty good for Mark, too. He spent the day sipping on mint tea with Johnny, nailing Johnny's future wife, and now jogging with Johnny. Mark grabbed the football, which of course he had, because who wouldn't bring a football for a jogging date with your best friend, and chucked it over to Johnny. They both started in a jog, throwing the ball back and forth as they went. What's new, Johnny? Mark asked, throwing the ball. Nothing much, Johnny said, throwing it back. What's new with you, man? Not much, man, Mark replied. They ran out together into the green. Catch this. All right. Woo! Johnny exclaimed. Woo-wee woo! Mark yelped. And then they went on like that, jogging a while, then stopping to throw the ball, and then jogging some more, hollowing and ribbing each other as they went. Two men playing as boys would, as best friends would. Johnny threw the ball at Mark, then ran at him, jumping on his back and hugging his bro. Mark struggled a bit, and they both fell to the ground, grabbing and wrestling each other with an affection unrivaled. Mark and Johnny would remember this day for the rest of their lives. Mark, because it was the last time him and Johnny were together, truly as best friends. And Johnny, because he didn't have much life left to live. Cryptic. Description is cryptic. Alright. So that's it. Now we're going to go on to the next one in this marathon session. I will catch you in the next chapter. Take it easy.